The watch industry is intricate. It may be quite difficult to keep up with all the new releases as they happen. Whether or not you are a watch nerd, we're here to make sure that doesn't happen, even though you wouldn't be held responsible for missing some of the year's best watches. Because this video will be our last review for the year 2022. We'll talk about some of the top models that were released this year to get you up to speed. These models are currently being discussed among watch collectors and enthusiasts. This video features products from practically all major brands. As you may already be aware, new watches are released weekly. We never fail to drool when we visit watch companies like Rolex, Audemars Piguet, and Seiko, as well as watch trade shows like Watches and Wonders. Now, brand attention can frequently be centered on quite minor changes, like a new dial color. However, the significant ones that cause a stir in the watch industry are what we are more interested in. Do you agree that this is because major updates are more likely to have an impact? Every year, we have our predictions and ideals at the start. And while accuracy is nice, it's much more fun to be delighted by new timepieces that are creative, artistic, or just wonderfully designed. Now, we'll be examining the most intriguing new luxury watch launches of the year in no particular sequence. The 50th anniversary of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak self-winding watch comes first. This limited edition watch was created to commemorate 50 years of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, as you surely already know. And if you anticipate it to have some unique cutting-edge features, you are not alone. Considering the watch's specifications, its small shape distinguishes it from many of the bulky timepieces that are currently in demand. This model also has the delicate appearance of a watch designed for special occasions as a result. This watch has a cleverly designed tilted display that makes the stainless steel case and strap appear considerably larger than they are. Since it blends the wearer's comfort with the illusion of something much more opulent, this anniversary edition is perfect. Who wouldn't desire that? This white, gold, and diamond watch has a geometric carvings on the hour markings and hands. Additionally, the watch is waterproof up to 150 meters. The bezel is adorned with 40 diamonds totaling 0.2 carats, which gives the piece its liveliness. The bezels of these watches stand out from the crowd and exude a sense of superiority due to the high, polished chamfered edge surround finish. On a mass-produced watch, you won't find such meticulous craftsmanship, although we may be predisposed in saying this. And the light reflection from various surfaces enhances the resulting brightness. Did we also mention that both men and women can use it? Now, you might be asking what distinguishes this Royal Oak from the others. To begin with, the most obvious visual difference between this model and other Royal Oak watches is the 50th anniversary marking on the internal movement visible through the rear of the watch, signifying that this model is exclusive as part of the restricted collection. The self-winding mechanism in this model is integrated into the watch's structural design, adding utility without changing the watch's dimensions or distracting from its aesthetic appeal. With the release of the anniversary model, the product's design has been improved while maintaining the same look, making it more comfortable to wear and simpler to operate. Already considering purchasing? The cost of the 50th anniversary Royal Oak watch varies depending on the retailer and the auction, but due to its scarcity, it frequently sells for 5 figures. This gem is available for just a little bit more than or less than $60,000. Up next comes the IWC Pilot's Watch Mark 20. Many watch enthusiasts were hoping that the 2016 Mark 18, which was based on the iconic Mark 11, would finally be the watch they'd been waiting for their entire lives. Due to a few minor design defects and one major flaw, it was very wearable at 39mm, captured the essence of the Mark 10, and received harsh criticism from aficionados. It made use of an ordinary factory-made movement by ETA. The revised Mark 20, however, tackles these problems with internal movement, better looks, and a somewhat smaller chassis. Except for the $750 price increase brought on by the addition of the aforementioned upgrades, everything seems to be close to ideal. Although we didn't like that section, we understood it. A 100-meter water resistance, a thickness of 10.8 millimeters, and an internal automatic movement with a 5-day power reserve are all noteworthy features. The disc has a 39mm diameter. The Zenith caliber 135 Observatoire will be discussed. A remarkable collaboration between Zenith, a renowned independent watchmaker, and an auction house produced this astonishing timepiece. The caliber 1350 movement, which was entirely unadorned, received more observatory awards for accuracy in the 1950s than any other movement in history. In any case, Zenith worked with Kari Voutilainen to restore and finish the movements and create a new case design that was influenced by its watches from the 1950s to make the watches more acceptable for the modern collector. Now, before we get deeper, please give a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video so far. Plus, stay tuned until the very end to find out more about the most exciting new luxury watch releases this year. The Breitling Navitimer 2022 line is what we'll talk about next, and we adore it. The 43mm diameter mint green dial of this watch is the first thing to notice. To celebrate the legendary collection's 70th anniversary, the company has released several timepieces in different sizes and colors, but that is just one of them. The most recent models feature the manufacturer's in-house automated B01 movement and feature completely updated designs. They are offered in casings that measure 46mm, 43mm, and 41mm. Even though these hues undoubtedly capture the eye, in the future, we would want to see additional diversity, perhaps in the shape of a 41mm monochromatic alternative. You can purchase this timepiece in addition to the two sizes that are now offered for anywhere between $9,000 and $9,600. There is plenty to say about the magnificent Seiko Snowscape High Beat 44GS, but let's start with this. Like the High Moon, watches are fascinating, but Grand Seiko shines when it explores the textures and patterns found in nature. One of the most prominent trees of the year has been the white birch, which comes in many different color variations. Snow, however, acts as the main creative inspiration for Grand Seiko. The newest timepiece in this winter-themed collection, the Grand Seiko Snowscape High Beat 44GS SLGH013, depicts snow in many forms, including snowflakes, fresh snow, and snow that has been laced with cherry blossoms. We believe it's cool that Mount Iwate, a snow-capped mountain viewable from the Grand Seiko Studio Shizukuishi, served as the inspiration for the beautiful scene portrayed in the snowscape. The texture of the snowscape dial is the most realistic representation of snow to date. Perhaps poetically, the comparison of a snowstorm to a light snowfall illustrates the harshness. The icy frost that seeps into the rocks and wears them away, the treacherous frozen ground covered in ancient snow that never melts. This is how everything is. All of this information is communicated through the angular design and textured finish of the dial. On the other hand, that doesn't negate the fact that this is equally breathtaking. The 44GS hands on the pristine white dial and the 40mm case have lovely angles and lines. Any video of this kind must include a Rolex watch. Thus, the next item on our list is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual GMT-Master 2. Of course, you didn't think that we were going to finish this conversation without bringing up this watch, did you? After all, it is a Rolex. Now, let's discuss the watch. Having made its debut at Watch & Wonders 2022, this new version of Rolex's Oyster Perpetual GMT-Master 2 has raised the bar for watches' aesthetic and practical case design. The right-handed GMT-Master 2 watch includes an Oyster band and Oyster bezel inserts consisting of green and black ceramic and is constructed of Oyster steel. Beautiful watches, don't you agree? Which of these timepieces has you salivating as much as we are? Comment down below. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Megan. Please subscribe to our channel for more timepieces content and like and share this video. Now, if you want to buy a new or pre-owned Rolex watch, we made a video about the top 6 best Rolex watches to buy in 2023. So click and watch the next video here.